Celebration Cup then is race number 8, also at Group 3 lever up to the 1400 metres here with last year's winner. Bottom weight on that occasion, carries top weight now. That is Beauty Generation from Barrier 11. Horse of the year he was last season, Zach Purden in the saddle. Season's Bloomer Group 1 winner from last season over this course and distance. Wizard was a 3-time course and distance winner. 50-50 was runner-up to Season's Blue in the Stewards Cup. Ping High Star, last year's Derby winner, 3 from 4 course and distance. Nothing I Like More, the classic mile winner from last season, and all the way down to Romantic Touch. Likes to roll forward. He's got Barrier 12 though. He was a last start course and distance winner, obviously not in this grade though. We're back at the touchscreen here, Brett, to have a look at the speed map. An interesting one. It's a deep field we've got lining up and a couple of horses that we know like to roll forward, including last year's winner in Beauty Generation.
Yes, and if he can roll forward from barrier number 11 and find that spot, that'd be a good result. Romantic Touch, of course, the winner of the Chief Executives Cup. Well, you would imagine that he'll be trying to push forward. He's drawn 12, so they may well roll over together. California Whip was in good form at the end of last season. Southern Legend, 50-50 holds an inside position. They will make these two out in front. I think Beauty Generation and Romantic Touch work a little. The horse for me that may potentially roll forward too, it's an option at least, I think, is Nothing I Like More. He does go in fresh, very serious horse last season, as we know. The Derby distance did test him, but he's unbeaten first up. He could be the one that rolls forward. Season's Bloom was favourite for this race last year. He is likely to settle back. And Ping High Star as well, the Derby winner.
Yeah, it's a great lineup here, Paul. What have you been noticing in track work?
Yeah, it's good to see the big boys come out to play. And here's Season's Bloom. He's doing it nicely down the back straight here. He's well geared up. He's got to carry 133 from barrier 9, but you can see the Chad Schofield race day rider has got a nice hold on him as he comes down the back. Eagle Way, he's rearing up nicely, just working with a lower rated horse, the Creative, but it was not a bad bit here from Eagle Way. Probably find it a bit sharp, this 1400 metres, but one to keep an eye on to bigger things this season. And here's the Derby hero, Ping High Star. He's only been once over the distance, so, you know, he's had 4 starts over 1400 metres for 3 wins and a placing. So he looks quite forward for a really big run. I think he's in for a good season too.
Yeah, people were talking about, was the Derby distance too far? Was a 1400 metre horse, and this is what it is, the Celebration Cup. That is where we'll start with jockey Sam Clipperton, with one of the stars of last season, Ping High Star.
Yeah, he certainly needs no introduction. He's done it all. He's a star horse, and I'm very excited to be riding him. You know, you could say 1400's probably a bit short for him, but before the Derby he was only winning over 1400, so he's very well weighted against those other big Group 1 horses with only 123 on his back. He's had the one trial, a nice quiet trial at Happy Valley, and look, he's sure to improve after the run, but I think his class can naturally have him running a nice race on Monday.
As well as that trial at Happy Valley, you've also ridden him in a couple of gallops. Has he come on from that trial?
Yeah, look, it's hard for me whether to say he's come on, but his trial there at Happy Valley, 200 metres after the line, he was 5 lengths in front of the rest of the field, and I think that's one of the horse's characters. He just enjoys what he does. He just likes to keep going, and the same in the jump out. He had a jump out there down the back of the back straight, and I was struggling to pull him up. So, you know, he's just such a athlete of a horse, very clean-winded, and really uses himself very well. He's very efficient in his action and certainly wastes no energy. So he's a class act, and I'm looking forward to climbing aboard.
Very exciting to see what Ping High Star will be doing first up. Sam, first ride on him under race conditions, of course. Have a look at a few of them under race conditions here. Beauty Generation, Southern Legends, and Beauty Only, who still deserves a certain amount of respect. He
certainly does, 7-year-old now, but he obviously needs no introduction either, really. Beauty Only. He's won 43 million in prize money. We know a mile's better for him. Beauty Generation. It's going to be very interesting to see what he can do this season after such a heroic rise last term, going from that lightweight in this race all the way up to a rating of 126 and Horse of the Year. It's going to be tougher for him. There's a lot of nice horses in this race.
There is. I found a place for him on a 4th line because I think he's such a good horse to leave out, and he did win this race last year. So from barrier 11, 133, that's the reason why I didn't put him further up the race.
I can't tip him to win.
Yeah.
I think once we get back to set weights, weight for age, then he'll be much more competitive off the mark he's on now.
All right, Seasons Bloom was in that race as well, but very disappointing. He's in this trial as well, Seasons Bloom, which 50-50 wins, but we've got half the field lining up there.
We do. There's a lot of nice horses trialling in this race. I think 50-50, with barrier number 1 on his side, he really, for me, strikes me as the horse who's potentially going to get the best run because he can kick through, he can sit off the back of the pace, and he'll have the first strike at the leaders, I would have thought. Nothing I Like More is a horse I've got a lot of time for. Joe Moreira said he was his most favourite horse in Hong Kong. He was an exceptional 4-year-old. We know he couldn't run the Derby distance, and the Classic Mile tested him as well, but I'm going to tip him, actually, Nothing I Like More fresh here. I think they might roll forward from the wide gate and he can run a big race. I'm very interested to see what he does this season.
You got 50-50 and Nothing I Like More in the numbers. I think they'll both run really good races.
And Karras had jumped off 50-50 to ride Nothing I Like More as well. But what do you say here, Paul, in the Celebration Cup?
I think Ping Hai Star is a really nice horse. 1,400 metres. He won the Derby, most impressive, and I think he can go on and have a really stellar season this season. So I'm going to put him on top to beat 50-50. 50-50 has to give him £7, which is not going to be easy. Nothing I Like More, as you mentioned, Karras Teton will ride him, and Beauty Generation. It's a really nice race, some great horses. So I'd box a few of them up in the Quinella places.
Yeah, I've got the same 4 as Paul, just a slightly different order. They're the 4 for me that I really am getting excited about with regards to sort of our bigger races here in December. Nothing I Like More could be a superstar. He looked like one last prep. 50-50's got the barrier. Beauty Generation's got the calibre. And Ping Hai Star's got the X factor, hasn't he? But he's drawn 2, which concerned me a little bit. He's going to be in some traffic. He might have to navigate through that, Sam, and that may just hold his closing sectional to some extent first up. But fabulous race, 11-5-1-8.
Yeah, fabulous race. Got the 1-2 here for John Size. Ping Hai Star just coming out on top of Nothing I Like More. The only difference for me is Seasons Bloom in for Beauty Generation, but otherwise pretty similar. That's race number 8, the Celebration Cup.